What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, lost in all the madness of today, the Riftwatcher presale and the nodes tranche 1 selling out, was the announcement of the Runicore, or the upcoming Runi project that was recently announced on the most recent town hall. And now we have a post for it with significant information here, including the stats of what this card is going to be. Now, for those who might have missed it or are just catching up, what are Runnies? Well, Runnies are going to be Splinterlands' version of a generative NFT project, similar to a CryptoPunks or Bored Apes or all those, cool PFP or profile picture NFT projects that exist on the Ethereum blockchain. So they will launch this on the Ethereum blockchain through OpenSea, and their goal with this is to hit up all of those Ethereum whales that have the capital to spend thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars on these JPEGs. But here's the thing. This JPEG is going to have way more utility than many of the other projects out there, because if you own one, you will be able to play that card in game. You stake it on a cross-chain platform or cross-chain something for Ethereum into Hive, and the team will then in-game delegate you your exact Runi, because keep in mind, there's going to be 6,500 of them, and they will all look different. They'll have the same stats as a card, but they will all be unique in terms of their features. I believe there's like 1 billion different possibilities for Runies, and there's only going to be 6,500 of them. So let's jump down into the card itself, and you can see here the stats are a 6-mana legendary neutral card that has at least at the highest of levels, at level 4, 4 damage, 4 melee damage, speed of 1, the what's that called, 5 health, and 1 armor. Now the cool thing here, aside from the speed, which is a little slow, is that this is an opportunity monster that also has True Strike and Reflection Shield, as well as a new ability that only this card has as of now. And I wonder if maybe this card will be the only one to have it for a very long time, just due to the nature of this project being as unique as it is. And that ability is Rebirth. So it's essentially a resurrect ability that this card is able to do on its own. So upon reaching 0 health, the Runi will assemble by performing a self-resurrect once per battle. So you can use this with other resurrect monsters, and keep in mind, I love the fact that it is a neutral card because it just gives it so much utility. But I'm a fan. I am looking forward to this. This is going to be fantastic. I'm excited because there's a lot of options, especially with the upcoming Yasik, that's going to give this dude speed as well as what's that called? Pierce, which is going to be really exciting. So this is going to be a cool card. But aside from the card, the project itself, I think, is going to be really interesting because it's going to tap into a totally different community. And I think what's important for people in the Splinterlands community to remember, or to keep in mind, is that this is not aimed at you, at players, right? The card itself is cool, but it's not necessary. You don't need the card, and I can tell you right now, I don't think it's going to be super OP. I think it's going to be, be very advantageous to have in certain or many situations, but overall, I don't think it's going to be like OP in a sense where, you gotta have it, and if you don't, you're always going to lose. But I like the fact that it's going to be unique, it's going to be your own card, and more importantly, it's going to have features that only you will be able to use, right? Or sorry, not use, but you'll be able to take advantage of. And when I say use, what I was thinking of was going all the way down to the bottom here, because this is actually kind of exciting. So there's, from the licensing perspective, if you think about Bored Apes, for example, and I'm just doing this based off of memory. I haven't read up on them in a while, but what they're doing is saying, unlike most of the majority of NFTs, including the current Splinterlands NFTs, we plan to offer full commercial use license to all Runi NFT holders for the artwork and graphics for the specific Runi that they own. So this means that Runi NFT owners will be able to sell the rights to their unique Runi images and derivatives for commercial gain. So what are we talking about with that? I think Eminem and Snoop Dogg did like a music video where they used their Bored Apes, or the likenesses of their Bored Apes, in the videos. I believe there is a Bored Ape holder that started their own comic book around their Bored Ape character, right? Or their Bored Ape is like the main character of this comic book. I think I also heard of like a Bored Ape holder, like creating a restaurant themed around their Bored Ape. So again, you'll be able to do cool stuff like this. And it may not seem like a lot right now, but in the future, if this project does become as big as the team is hoping that it'll be, there'll be opportunities. And for someone like me, who's an artist and a musician, right? Like, I'm already thinking about, okay, if I'm able to get one, it would be cool to like do a Splinterlands theme song, similar to like what I did with Chaos Legion, and then maybe have like an animated music video featuring my Runi, right? Like, that would be kind of cool. So it's things like that that get me excited for where this can go, because this taps into, again, a whole new community, a whole new ecosystem of people that love NFTs just for the sake of NFTs. They love getting into these communities. And one of the biggest strengths of this game, I will always maintain, is that it has a very strong community. So you get people coming in, and these ETH whales, like I said, they're spending tens of thousands of dollars on JPEGs. So you never know, if they actually decide that they like the game, they might come through and just, buy up like a champion deck or something, and then tell all their rich friends about it. So the whitelist is going to be, well, it looks like they talk about the mint process first. So let's jump down to the whitelist, because the whitelist is going to be a week from when I'm recording this, on September 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern. And so whitelist spots will cost 100 voucher tokens and will be available to purchase through the Splinterlands shop. Now, the thing is, the whitelist tokens will also give you a 50% discount. So each voucher that you're using essentially giving you a $2.5 discount, which is weird because it should either be $3 or now $5 with the fact that we're in tranche 2. But okay, there's no like uniformity across these voucher discounts, it seems. So if it's $500 total, the 100 vouchers is going to get you a $250 discount, which means you'll have to pay roughly $250 in Ethereum, plus of course the gas fees. And I know people are like not a fan of the gas fees, but I don't know where it is. I don't think they've specifically stated it here, but from my understanding, it's going to be 2 transactions, right, that you need gas fees for. It shouldn't be anything too crazy. 1 to mint it, and then 2 to stake it. So, hopefully I haven't been paying that high amounts in gas fees for all my Ethereum transactions, which unfortunately I've had to do a significant amount in recently. So, I don't think it's going to, hopefully it won't be more than like $20 maximum. And that's like really overestimating it. Again, if things get crazy in late October, then, there could be network congestion and all that. And so, yes, that could add to it. But, if you're whitelisted, then you don't have to be there right at October 25th, 2 p.m. Your wallet should be whitelisted at that point, and you can go in, and I believe you have 30 days to go in and mint it. So if you don't want to whitelist, you can just show up and mint it for roughly 500 Ethereum. And the exact amount of ETH is going to be based on the current USD price, or the market price of Ethereum in US dollars. So there's going to be 6,500 total. Additionally, there will be a 2% chance of each Runi being gold foil, so approximately 130 total out of the 6,500, which will be represented visually via special trait, but they'll also be gold foil in the game and will include the bonuses that usually come with that. And then, as I was saying, if the mint does not sell out within 30 days after the mint starts, the mints will close, and any unminted NFTs will never be able to be minted, and a total number of Runi NFTs in existence will be lower than 6,500 max. Now, here's the thing that's really important about this. The team wants this to sell out fast, right? That is their goal, because it creates hype, it creates FOMO around this, and it creates attention when you sell out. People come in just because they want to see what's going on with these types of projects. So, I highly doubt we're going to hit the 30 days. Again, you'll have 30 days to go in and claim yours, and I think they talk about that somewhere in here. So here, please note all Runi cards will be max level. Additionally, we want to reiterate, we will allow the use of the cards in games not planned, which will be no. Okay, never mind. That's not what I was trying to get at. Staking Runi NFTs for use in the game. Aside from them looking really cool, one of the biggest differentiators between Runi and all the other generative PFP is the ability to use them in battle. Let's see. I don't think that there's anything here that we need to necessarily talk about. They will go through and probably do some kind of instructions, and if not, if I'm able to get one, then I'll probably record a video on how to do it for those who are not familiar with Ethereum, because Ethereum, especially private wallets, can be a little intimidating. But if you're familiar with Hive, it's not as bad. If you're familiar with Hive, it's just a different blockchain. You got to get used to that. So last thing I want to do is, there is currently on the QA server. Oh, that's not what I wanted to look at. Let's see here. On the QA server, this is what I wanted. They have secretly, on a secret tab here, the Runi whitelist page that is going to pop up. So obviously this isn't live yet. It's probably going to go live next Tuesday. But what's cool is that you can go down here and see what they look like, or at least a couple of different varieties opposed from the one that was on the card. So, they're all going to have different heads, different weapons. There's like a little smiley face balloon there. I would love one that has a rabbit as a weapon and just go around beating people melee style with a rabbit. You got one with an axe, one with a flaming sword. So there's, again, it may not be your art style. It may... I've never been one for like visual art. I'm a musician, so visual art is just like a different language to me. But these, I can understand if people look at them and they're like, oh yeah, I'm not feeling it. It looks a little cheesy, looks whatever. I still like it. I mean, for me, again, part of this is the emotional aspect of being involved with the game and wanting to have a one-of-one within the game. So, hopefully I'm able to mint one. I'd ideally like to mint two, maybe even more if I can whitelist that many, but I have a feeling these are going to go very, very quickly. Now, I'm not trying to hype and FOMO you into it by any means, but I just think that the whole point of this is that there's supposed to be scarcity and the team wants them to sell out quickly. So obviously, if you can't get one on the voucher whitelist, you can try to mint one on the day itself. And so obviously you're not going to get half off, but that's why I think being there for the whitelist, where they will have 2,000 available, and I probably should have mentioned that earlier, but I believe the whitelist said that they will have 2,000 whitelist spots available. So I don't know if they're going to limit this. I know one of the big questions that's always asked is, are they going to limit the amount per account, right? Or can somebody come in with like 5,000 vouchers and mint, 50 of them or something, I think 50 of them. So I don't think that that'll be the case. I hope that they put some safeguards in place so it can't just be botted or people come in and just, buy up the whole thing. Obviously, I want to get as many, not as many as I can. I want at least one. If I can get two, it'd be great. And that probably would potentially be one that I could either delegate out or flip in the future if the project does well. And if I can get a third one, sure, why not? Maybe we'll see. I do have the vouchers for it, and I'm just kind of sitting around on it, so we'll see what happens. But that's really all I got for you guys in this video. So now that we've seen some of the details, some of the artwork around it, the cross-chain compatibility. It looks like they do have an FAQ here. There's nothing. I think that's, what are the benefits of owning a Runi? Okay, that's not that much. I'm curious to get your thoughts. Let me know in the comments section. Are you planning to get one? Because not that, we'll be able to determine how quickly this is going to sell out or how many people are interested in just one video and just this community, because Splinterlands is bigger than that. But are you planning to get one? And are you planning to get multiple? Or more importantly, maybe, if you're not planning to get one, I am very curious to know why. And not in a bad way. It's just I know it's not for some people, but I kind of want to understand, because the team seems to be firing off in a bunch of different directions. And I think one of the criticisms that people have right now is that, well, they're doing a bunch of things and they're spreading themselves too thin. We want land, for example, right? And you're not wrong. We definitely do want land. But I see the value in doing something like this, right? Maybe not value, but the potential value in doing a project like this, almost as like a marketing stunt or publicity stunt to get more and different audiences in. But I'm really curious to know, if you're not feeling it or if you don't think that it's a good idea, what your reasoning is, so I can just make sure I'm not living in an echo chamber. But that's all I have for you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.